Hello everyone, it's me, Sandy, back at it again, and today I'm going to be getting ready on Christmas Day. So let's just get right on into it, because I'm trying to make this a little bit speedy so I can get back downstairs with me fam. Why'd I say it like that? But anyways, I already opened my presents and all of that stuff. My family isn't big on gift giving and all of that, so it was relatively quick. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this Flower Beauty Seal the Deal setting spray. Kind of prime the canvas as you will. But what I got was $200 in cash. Love cash because my parents don't really know what to get me, so they just give me cash so I can spend it on whatever I want. And usually with that cash I usually like to save it up. I don't use cash that often, and when I do it's usually on like tattoos. So that $200 is going in my tattoo fund. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer that I love so much. This is my third tub of it, so safe to say I love this stuff. So I got $200 in cash and some candy that I share with my brother. And that's usually what I get every year, and but this year is a little bit extra special in terms of gifts because I will be getting a car for Christmas, which is very exciting. I told my parents that I am fine with a used car. It's not like I will be like driving it all that often, I guess you could say, but they're like, no, I don't like used cars. So I'm getting a brand new car, which is very exciting for me. The main reason why I need a car is because I will be staying like on my college town, I guess you can say, during the summertime, so I won't be like here to use my parents' cars. So it'd be very nice to have a car where I'm going to be living during the summertime, because I will be going back and forth to buy like groceries, go to my jobs, and all of that stuff. Okay, this is the Undone Unfoundation Glow Tint, and I will be getting a new job soon here, also like starting probably within the next couple of months. And that's a little bit further from home, and right now I only have a bike. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to go to my work with that bike on, especially during the winter time. And then I also have like night exams, and it'd be nice to not have to rely on my like friends to like pick me up, because I feel like I'm just bothering them, you know. And then for what I got my parents and my brother, I gave my mom a pack of socks, because majority of her socks are like broken down, I guess you can say. Like they have holes in them, and like she says she has new socks but she just doesn't wear it, but it's like now you have more. And I also got her some sweatpants because she loves sweatpants, and the current one she wears is like, not gonna lie, it's kind of ugly. But look at that. I washed all of my brushes the other day, and now they're all so nice. So now I'm just gonna buff in the foundation. I got my brother a Lego set, and he's really into penguins. So the Lego set that I got him was a penguin Lego set. So that will keep him busy for a little bit. And what I got my dad was a belt, because I realized he like keeps, every single time we go shopping for clothes, he always looks in like the belt section. So I thought, my bad, I will just get him a belt to kind of ease that urge, I guess you can say. And then Also some new hats because he is a big hat person, and again, every single time we go to a clothing store he always looks for hats. But I already kind of know what I want to give my parents next year. Not my dad, but like my mom mainly. My mom is really big on drinking coffee, so I thought why not give her like a cold press machine. Like I have one and it's so nice, and you don't have to worry about like an actual like machine, and there's no like learning curve or anything like that. You literally just put in the ground coffee and that's it. So I thought I'll give her that. I don't know about my brother or my dad yet, but that's on the list. Oh, and maybe for my mom as well, like a plant watering can. If she hasn't gotten one by the time Christmas rolls around next year, I will get her one because she has plants. And I noticed that she's been looking at some watering cans but doesn't know which one to pick. So I thought, why not give her that? Okay, this is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. And I'm gonna put this just on my blemishes. I am very interested to know what you got for Christmas. Like let me know down below. I know a lot of people usually do these like very extravagant what I got for Christmas videos, and I love to watch them, but I know that's not like realistic for everyone. So I just want to know what like an average person gets, you know, because I love watching those videos, but sometimes I know they don't intend to like come off that way, but a lot of times I just feel like, I know gifts is not everything on Christmas, but you know, it's hard to not feel a certain type of way when you see those videos, you know, like I try to like stop myself from thinking like, oh my gosh, I wish my parents would give me all of this stuff. But it's like, you know, their parents are well off enough to buy their kids that much stuff. You know, not all families are out there. I should just be appreciative for the stuff that I did get. I just found out my grades for college though, and I am so happy for the grades that I have gotten in college. Like this year I took some like kind of more challenging classes that is more like revolutionarily known to be more difficult in the college that I'm at. Like this year I took OChem, which is a hard subject in general, but in my time, like everyone that I talk to always says, oh, chem sucks, it's like the worst subject to learn, and it's like so difficult, no one can do good in it or whatever like that. But I like worked my freaking ass off in that class. Let me tell, when I dig a hole in this freaking product. This year I took OChem, I took Chinese because I wanted to get back into touch with my like culture and stuff like that. And then I also took, what else did I take? Math, Calc 2, just like the very average math class, I guess you can say. And culture and health, which is kind of like the relationship between culture and health and like medicine and stuff like that. And it was like a very interesting class, but it was just like a lot of busy work. Same with freaking Chinese. I love the class, but it's just like a lot of busy work that it was just annoying to kind of deal with on a weekly basis. But this year I changed my minor. I was a psych minor, but I realized that like I'm not as big into psych as I thought I would be, because like the thought of like psychology is very interesting, like how the mind works and how that affects like people's behavior and stuff like that. But when you actually learn about it, it's actually, I found, quite boring in my opinion at least. Maybe it's just like the classes I took was just too easy, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Too easy for me. But it was just quite boring in my opinion. So I decided to change it, and I decided I wanted to change it to Chinese. So I'm now a chem major and a Chinese minor, which so far I'm really liking what I'm doing. And yeah, for my grades, I had 1 A minus and the rest were A's, which I'm very proud of myself for. The A minus I kind of expected because it was like OChem lab is like such a high step up from Gen Chem lab, like no other. I thought it would be kind of the same thing where you can kind of bullshit your way through the lab reports and then you'll get a good grade, but like no, they like critique it like no other. So that was a bit of a learning curve, but I'm still happy that I came out of that lab with an A minus. So my overall GPA was a 3.980, 3.98. Yeah, I think that was it. But it kind of frustrates me how colleges and some teachers to do like the A minus system, where if you get like you have to have a 93 to actually have an A, and it's kind of annoying, you know. But I guess it is what it is. My brows, I need to really touch up my brows because it's really like frustrating me. All my classes this year were relatively easy except for OChem. Like I kind of expected that. I went in thinking like, oh my god, OChem is gonna be the hardest class, and it kind of was. But at the same time, it wasn't. I guess like if I kind of got an ego a little bit before my first test, and my first test came around, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. But I kind of came out of it on the other end, you know, like I feel like I did pretty good. Like my teacher for OChem is like the flipped classroom thing, I guess you can say, where like you learn outside and then I have to read the books, and then he has like these videos that you watch to kind of understand what the lesson is about, and then in class he has these what's it called, worksheets that he will go through in class. So what I would do and how I would study was that I would look through the book, actually read the book and take notes over the book, look over the PCEs, which is what they're called, the videos that I have to watch before class. And then in class I would do the worksheet, and that method kind of works out for me. He doesn't, like the teacher that I had doesn't do quizzes, doesn't do, well, he does homework, but it's not that much homework. So it was relatively light, busy work, but the class and the material was hard, which is why a lot of people kind of struggle with it. I understand why it was such a difficult class, because my grades were kind of shitty. No, they weren't shitty. Let's be honest now. I say shitty because it was a B. Only reason, but for my first test I got a B. For my second test I got like a 70%, I think, like just barely, to be honest, I think. And then for my third test I got a 92, I believe. And then for the fourth test I got a 98.5 or something like that. I'm really proud of that fourth test because I had a fever during that, so I didn't expect me to do like that good. And then for the fifth test, only 4 counted towards your grade. So the fifth test, it was the final, so you could either take it or don't take it. It's up to you depending on if you want to like raise your grade or not. And I was like, I'm definitely taking it because I wanted to drop that second grade in the hopes that it will make my like test my overall score in the class at A, because I had like a very high B because of the last 2 tests that I had. So I thought maybe it was possible, and he actually gave some extra credit out as well, so that also helped. I'm sorry I'm not describing what I'm doing in terms of eyeshadow. I just took this brown shade all over my lid and then this on the outer half corner of my eyes. But I'm just glad that that class is over until next semester, because I had to take OChem 2 along with the lab, which I'm not excited about, to be honest. Like, I'm kind of scared. Like, if I struggled this much during OChem 1, I'm just scared of what's gonna happen in freaking OChem 2. And I heard it's so much worse. So, I hope it's not. Because I am absolutely freaking terrified for that class. But I had a lot of people reassuring me that if I did this well on like OChem 1, I should be fine. So I'm gonna pray that that is what happens. For Chinese, I'm pretty much already not fluent, but pretty good on Chinese, because I was born in China and I still speak Chinese with my like parents and stuff like that. I was basically their translator, so I have to know Chinese like pretty well. But it's nice to be in Chinese class because it kind of brings me back to my culture, I guess you can say, and just the overall vibes, I guess you can say, of Chinese class and what it's like to actually be in class in China, I guess you can say. Okay, I'm gonna take this reddish bricky brown shade and I'm gonna use that all over the underneath parts, just the inner corner. Kind of makes me look sick, but no, I kind of like it. Okay, now I'm gonna do some liner with the Stila pen. I can't really talk when I'm doing liner, so I'll be right back with you. Okay, that was the quickest liner I've ever done. I like this liner, I like the tip, but at the same time, I found that it kind of smudges on onto my lower lash line, which I don't like, especially when it says it's supposed to be waterproof. Kind of don't believe that, but it's fine. Here we are. Oh, and also for my parents, I got these pants. They're like little llama pants, but there's some like Star of the David on there. Are we Jewish? No, but is it cute? Yeah, I kind of like it. Like, it's very long on me, but they're very cute, and I would definitely be wearing these all the time as sleepwear and even to go out. Some probably. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my brows using this Loreal Brow Stylist, I think. Brow Stylist Definer, yeah. And just kind of fill in some, like try to touch up some of the bad parts of my eyebrows. I don't know how I feel about this pencil. I heard a lot of people rave about it, but honestly, I don't think I like it that much. Like, it's not that pigmented and it doesn't really glide well over brow gel. Maybe it's just because of the brow gel I'm using, because it is like a NYX Brow Glue, so it's a lot more tacky and a lot more like stuck on there than normal. But like at the same time, it's like, it's kind of annoying, you know? Okay, I'm gonna go in with this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I'm just gonna take some on my finger, and it's just like this goldy kind of shade, which I love. I'm just gonna pat it on the inner fourth of my eye. Did I say inner fourth? I meant inner third. Oh my god. I've been really liking like kind of shimmery looks, and I used to not like shimmer or like any type of like shimmer on my eyes, but now I'm like really liking it. I kind of want like my eye look to be a little bit more subdued, because I want the main focus to be on my lips, because I will be going in with like kind of like a deep red lip, which I am very excited about. And then I'm gonna take the residue and just tap it on the inner corner of my eyes. I found that my inner corner doesn't really look good with a lot of product on there, like the normal beauty gurus, because I think my inner corners look best when the shimmer is like here. Okay, mascara time. I've grown to kind of hate putting on mascara. That used to be like one of my most essential steps ever, but now I kind of hate it because I just don't like, I'm just so lazy when it comes to taking off makeup, and usually a mascara is such a hassle to freaking take off. So I've grown to kind of not like mascara, and I just like just curling my lashes now and not much on actually putting mascara on top. I know I could just use like a non-waterproof mascara, but those don't really last long on my lashes, and I like to have my lashes be curled all day, and a lot of non-waterproof mascaras kind of smudges on me and transfers, which I don't want. I'm gonna go in first with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and then going in with the Heroine Make Long and Curl Mascara, which is a waterproof mascara. Those are what my lashes look like. And then I'm gonna use this NYX Bronzer, Matte Bronzer. It's like this shade. Don't mind how crusty it looks. I'm just gonna put some on my forehead because I got a big ass forehead. Yeah, we're gonna blend out the concealer around my face using the foundation brush that I was using earlier. But I am gonna tap instead of like buff, you know, to really like have it kind of set on my face, if that's how you can say it. Since it is a special holiday, I will put on some highlight. Jesus. I will put on some highlighter. I usually don't like highlight because it's just like another step that I don't need, because majority of the times my blush will do the trick. So majority of the times I don't put on highlight. But on special events, I will put on some highlight. I'm gonna spritz my face with the setting spray again. The setting spray like mist is so fine, like not a lot comes off on there. I thought I was like, I use this so much, like I layer this freaking setting spray like no other whenever I use it. So I thought it would be all the way like halfway gone, but it's still like, there's still so much in there, which like, it's like a good deal for your buck. And I got this basically like very discounted because I got it in like a bundle or like a box with some of like other products, and the box was like $10. And this setting spray is, I think, more than $10. So I got it very discounted along with like some other stuff. I feel like that was like such a good deal. Now for one of my favorite steps, which is the blush. This is the Undone Beauty Blush in Rosewood. Love this blush. I'm just gonna take just a touch and put it on the high points of my cheeks and a little bit on my nose, and then also a little bit on my chin. I'm gonna blend out my chin first. I don't want a lot of product, so that's why I'm using like a clean finger. And then my nose. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer with a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you will get close. Do you guys have any like Christmas traditions, I guess you can say? What I usually do in my family is that first we open presents and it's kind of chill until like nighttime, where we eat hot pot. Love hot pot. If you don't know what hot pot is, it's kind of difficult to explain. It's just literally a pot where you throw food in and then you take stuff out. So think of an open crock pot that you can eat from. I guess that was a pretty easy to explain. I don't know. Oh, I forgot I still had the freaking mascara marks. I will usually go in with this Mario Badescu. Makeup by Mario eyeshadow, which is very shiny. It's like a bronze. It's called Bronzite, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna leave it like kind of neutral right now. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my lips. The big event. This is the Roman Vintage Ocean Glasting Water Tint. One more spritz, but I will be using. Oh no, I was still going with this. I'm gonna do 2 layers. Gonna go in with this Milk Makeup Blur and Set Matte Loose Setting Powder. This is discontinued, which is very upsetting because it is such a good setting powder. And I kind of use this now as kind of a dry shampoo. If you didn't know, that's a life hack for you. You can use setting powder as dry shampoo because if it mattifies your face, it can mattify the oiliness on your hair. So the more you know. I love this powder because it will like keep away the shine, but it won't get like, it won't lose your glow. It's kind of hard to describe, like how can you not have oiliness but you still have glow. It kind of is very difficult to wrap your head around, but it is true. Like you can still see a little bit of the shine, which I like. Like it keeps that like skin-like quality about it. Then I'm gonna go in with the NYX Bear With Me setting spray. This mister is a lot more aggressive, but it's still a nice mist on your face. And again, back in with the powder on the same areas. Okay, I have to go back with this eyeshadow right there. Not on my eyes, no, but on my cheeks. Just kind of layer it on top of that blush that I had, and it just gives like a very bricky red color when it's layered on top, and it's just so pretty. I would be so sad without this freaking blush whenever, I mean eyeshadow, if I ever run out of this. But good thing I don't have to think about that quite yet, because I haven't even hit pan yet. But I know once I hit pan, this product's gonna go like crazy. So I am just savoring this eyeshadow until the last minute. Okay, now that is basically it for the makeup. I gotta clean off my glasses. This is kind of crusty, dusty looking. But look, don't mind my freaking eyebrows. My eyebrows are having a moment recently, so I cut my bangs, but it's not the best. I've cut them, so don't mind that either. And that is all for today's video. Remember to like and subscribe and all of that, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.